cold. And I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, out in the cold. And I don't mind not knowing where to go. Where do I go? But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. Yeah. I don't mind the path that I had to walk, and I don't mind all those words that I had to talk, and I don't mind all those flings that I had to fling, and some of those words I spoke I just had to sing. I just had to bring the best that I had to give, and being tested by these blessings that I had to live, changing dressings on the scars that I had within. It's a daily operation, you just gotta grin before it gets too grim and life pins you in. You gotta think like a shark and show your fins, whether alone in the dark or with an audience. Believe you're the hottest commodity since the iPhone lobotomy. You follow me? I'm hoping probably. I'm talking openly and don't know where the road could be. The crosshairs, the red dot, or the poison drip. So take a message from this song, that's all I have to give. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. They leave you in the rain, then hang you out to dry. I wonder how so many people get by. And then one day you wake up and start to realize that anyone you know could be called up at any time. Can't press rewind, can't flip the tape, so might as well not live in the past and dwell on hate. People talk strange shit to get to the gate, and if you know me well, you know I call them doors of fate. I take what I need, but not too much. I never open the door if the handle was hot to the touch. You gotta find an alternate way out of the flames. They want you in the spotlight, they want you just to take the blame. But all the same, it's like a wheel with these fucking hipsters. Instead of more rappers, we could use more active listeners. But I don't mind that a lot of things are actually happening, cause I'm a music slave and this is what I'm coming strapped with. Cause I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain.
All right. What's up, everybody? I was getting the last couple of shares out to some groups there. So yeah,
Hey,
we do our best. We do our best to do the work on our side too, right, Steve-O? Uh,
that's right.
Good evening, everybody. It is the Indoor Farmer episode 123. 123.
One, two,
123.
three.
I don't feel like it's that significant, but it sounds fun. Anyway, it's Monday night once again. It's February 19th, 2024. If you didn't remember, if you didn't know, it is 2024. And it is another interesting episode because I don't know about you guys out there. That this is part of the show as well. I don't know if you ever seen some of my older videos, but it, voicing my concern, voicing my what's the word procrastination, I'm like lack of motivation at times. It's hard for me to although I could use excuses. I had my son all weekend. We had a holiday, so I hate to be down here, working in the basement, but that's an excuse, really. A lot of times I'm telling you, like I was staring at the phone and trying to keep up with whatever it is I think I'm keeping up with. That can be what drains away a lot of my time all day. And so one of the things that I try to talk about is that me trying to start my own business, it's not as easy as just having the time to do it, because I'm lucky that I have the time to do it, but it's still hard to like stay on task, keep your head in the game, all those things, keep driving to that next goal. So I want you all to know out there, you're not alone, especially if you're out there, trying to do something yourself and you feel like you're just not getting anywhere. You're not able to get yourself to that next level, whatever it is. We all feel that, especially if you're somebody who's not, there's a very small percentage of people that have that like 150% like go-to attitude.
Yeah.
That's not everybody. The rest of us are eating not the healthiest food, not sleeping the best, not having the best exercise, and all of those things contribute to, hey, I'm not the most energetic to get up and get to work every day. So dialing some of those things in is part of the goal too. Not just, hey, stupid, why are you not working harder? Talk to yourself in the mirror. That's not the way to get working harder. The way to get working harder is give yourself more energy, give yourself more time, which would be like getting away from things that are drawing your attention, all those kind of things. We all know it, but it helps to talk about it, helps to put it out there. Thanks,
Yeah.
Shannon. What's up, everybody? We got 19 awesome people on the Facebook side, 10 over there on the Rumble, and some over on your Rumble too. So it's been a good night already. So great. I hope you all are having a good week. How's your week so far, Steve-O? We've seen each other a couple times already, but
Yeah, so far so good. I agree with what you were saying. I watched a movie last night about GMO foods and things of that sort. I've been watching a lot of things like that lately. Getting some information from Ashley about the vitamins that are actually in the food that we buy now, and things. And I'm really starting to think that maybe a lot of the reason why I feel like crap is because of the way I eat. My wife's been telling me that for 10 years, but it's what can we really do? You know what I mean?
it's hard.
Not everybody can just go to a farm every day and buy their food. You know what I mean? So,
Or know what to do. Like you
Mhm.
could, throw a dart at the dartboard to tell you which diet or which way to eat healthy, which type of thing you should go after. The best thing that I've seen, and this is to get away from any sort of fad diet or even any structured diet you think isn't a fad but is a good diet. Those things, there should be a different word really, because the word diet just means the stuff that you eat on a normal basis, really. So it's funny because a lot of us are afraid of that word, or we shun it. But the best thing I've seen, and obviously I haven't got there myself, a little to some extent, to find out what foods are good for you, what foods that you personally react to, because not everyone's the same.
Mhm.
Actually, in fact, the opposite. Everyone is different on what foods, you know, they can uptake the best, or whatever, or even autoimmune issues and such. So I've talked about the carnivore diet before, but really all that aside from whether you think meat is better for us, is that you break your diet down to very, very few things. Like, say, just one thing, like, or actually a lot of people go like leafy greens and meat, like red meat, and that's it. Stick there for a minute and see what happens. See if if you feel good and everything, and then you slowly but surely add a thing at a time back to your diet that you really love. You just can't do it without, like pasta or whatever. And this is general stuff. Obviously, we already know that the garbage that's like preservatives and super packed stuff, that's just not going to be good for us anytime, no matter what you're doing.
Yeah, sure. That's why shows like this, I think, are important. Waylon, you had a wonderful idea when you started doing this, because if you can grow your own food, and even if it's like you're saying on a small scale, we're talking microgreens right now, things of that sort. Once you master that type of task, you can grow all your other food as well. You could grow your other vegetables. Possibly even raise some animals, and things of that sort, where possible. But, being self-sustainable and reliant on being able to grow your own food, now that is the real ticket.
So Chris has a point here. See what Chris says there?
Chris.
It's on the screen.
Oh. I like junk food.
That's the problem, right, Chris?
It is.
That's the main issue. It's like they make it addictive. How can we make vegetables addictive? Well, you can't add sugar to vegetables. You can, but that doesn't make it. It makes it less healthy, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about vegetables dipped in honey? Would that still when you still have to brush your teeth and stuff? Right, but isn't honey sort of a little bit better for us? Cheese will make me hyper. Cheese makes you hyper, Shannon. I mean, I've heard cheese and milk are just not good, or not good things for us, even though those are two things I like as well. To some extent, I did step away from milk for a while. I have some too. Meat and potatoes. Potatoes, did you guys know that potatoes are one of the few things that you can eat and you could survive just on potatoes? Kind of
got everything in it.
The starches, the starches will provide you. Now that's one of the reasons why you see Matt Damon.
In that movie,
on Mars, growing poop potatoes with his poops. Yeah, you won't function fully. Yeah, variety is key, but you can get variety. You can get local variety. A lot of people that, especially if you have the money for it, you can get these like exotic things, supplements to your diet from far away. The same thing goes with growing, as far as, I use all these additives and these supplements that are, from some like tropical place, guano and other things that are not feasible to get a hold of if like supply chains break down, Shannon says, I encourage people to research on medical herbs, fungus, grow your own vegetables. Yeah, be a rebel, grow a garden, make a garden or whatever, however that thing is. You love honey. Yeah, but I think you still have to brush your teeth if you're eating honey. I feel like that would still be something that could rot your teeth. I don't know. That'd be weird though. What if honey protected our teeth? We just sort of like gel honey over our teeth all the time. Before bed, before night, you just cover you can't breathe. Don't do that at home.
Honey does have antiseptic properties, doesn't it?
It does. It can pull the infection out of a wound. Guys, I thank you all for the likes and shares. Really appreciate it. I'm not prepared to give anything away tonight. I do have a few people to catch up on with mail. Shouts out to Terry. Shouts out to Margaret. I see you guys over on the Rumble too. Terry, Eric, Chuck, Margaret. Cheers, everybody. And Steve-O. And Brendra. Brendra was one of the early ones. Cheers, Brendra. And shouts out to the other platforms. We are on YouTube. We are over there on Twitch for whatever reason. I don't know why. We'll probably have like a bot from Twitch watching us. It make me feel good. The number there makes me feel good, at least, right? And then we got X out there. Shouts out to X. I've been working hard over there on X. And we got our Rumble and Kick. We're on Kick too, but Kick is weird. Kick's a weird one. Got 32 followers on Kick. It doesn't really like there's no churning of the viewership. All right, so I didn't do this last week. Tonight I have my little bucket ready to do a pH test because I actually emptied my pH down, the aquarium safe pH down that I'm using by API. I emptied the rest of it in the aquarium because I was up to, I think, it was up to 8.4 or 8.3.
Oh.
So I went ahead and did a little bit more drastic drop down of it because, I mean, I think I've been putting a little less in there than I could have just because I'm trying to keep the fish safe. But there's plenty of fish now. I'm, POF, not the app, guys, but tons of guppies in the fish tank. So I'm
Happy hippies in the house tonight, Waylon.
Oh, hey, what's up, Stacy? Hello, how are you? Hey, how are y'all? Doing well. If you're bored, come on up. Or we any grower want to come up and be our third chair for a few minutes or however long you got would be welcome.
Yeah.
So after the 8.3, I put in the API, but I also put in some microbes as well. So I'm going to see where we're at now. Right now I'm sitting at 8.5, but I know it'll go down here as we hang out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to guess that I also added a bunch of RO water, which is at 7.0. So I'm going to guess that I'm somewhere around, I'm hoping around 7.5 would be great, but that is kind of a drastic drop too. The fish supposedly do not want a more than 0.2 pH drop in 24 hours. Denise, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Mm-hmm. Pub time podcast in the house. Cheers, bro.
Hey, pub time. What's happening?
Thank you for any retweets over there on the X. I really appreciate that. Definitely helped get me out there a little bit.
Thanks, Denise.
Guys, we had I guess I should have gone through a couple other things before we got going. Definitely like and share us out and make sure you follow the channels. Make sure you follow both of us. But also check us out there over on Locals. You got certifiedarmy.locals.com. You got the indoorfarmer.locals.com. And we're going to be, I'm really trying hard not to push the button on raising the price because of how much value we're giving away every Sunday night. We had a really good game night last night. We give hippie bucks away from Happy Hippie Head Shop. Shouts out to Happy Hippie Head Shop for sponsoring game night and so many others, so it's really tough for me, guys. I'm either going to start doing some more specific giveaways for my people that have been there for a year or people that sign up for the year, do a full sign up for a year, although it's cheaper for you guys as well, but it's all helpful to me because I went in there and I'm noticing like just like a bunch of names and I'm like, wait a minute, I thought this, I've been putting this person on the, so I'm gonna have to look at that a little bit closer to be fair to everybody as well. Good watching y'all in our house. Okay. It must be on the TV, must be on the big screen.
Oh yeah.
I'm sitting at 7.8, by the way. That thing's going to shut off any minute, but I think 7.8 might be might be what I'm sitting at. Yeah, nope, 7.7. Dropped a little bit more. It might go down a couple more points, tenths, I guess.
Potentials of hydrogens.
Multiples. All right, I'm going to show you guys. I only have a few pictures. I'm going to show them anyway. I am going to I'm going to have to get rid of my plants, but when I say get rid of, I just mean I'm going to put them outside as soon as it gets nicer out again.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You never know. I mean, like when we make a mistake or something happens or we get an infection or whatever, we try to fix it and then see how it plays out. So I don't think you should just trash them. That would be a good idea to keep them until, because I think about another 30 days or so, you might be able to stick them outside.
That's a while, though, for me to wait to do the full overhaul of the rest of it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I may end up getting them outside a little bit before it's warm enough, but it is what it is. I'm not so worried about it. Like I did learn a lot throughout this. There's a few things that I would learn about good guy bugs and beneficial insects that I learned from that. I also learned that Prime Superior does keep it's sort of like it knocks them away for a day. And if I don't keep up with it, and that's because I haven't sanitized the rest of the area, you know. So even with that being said, Prime Superior does work as long as I'm keeping up with it. And I could probably flower them all the way through like that, but I don't think it's a lot of extra work. And I am using worm castings as well because of the chitinase that's in there. So that's also being uptaken into the plants. I'm also trying to raise the humidity level and keep them moist longer, or give them water more often a little bit. Those two things are also going to combat the issue. Because I don't have anything other than the little buggers, but little mighties. But other than those guys, other than that, it's hopefully that's going to be enough to keep them at bay. But again, I don't want to just keep playing that dancing like that for a few weeks, you know. So we're gonna just try to probably throw them outside the next time I see good weather. Thanks, Al. Appreciate you guys. I'm seeing the comments. We're just you know, we're deep in the show here. Stacy, looks like she might have thrown you a sticker there or something. All right, so we got, this is my potato bin. There's a little bit of diatomaceous earth around the outside there, around the outside, around the outside, around the outside. Anyway, so the potato that was is in the center was being attacked, and I had to tear I had to cut the limbs off as they became, you know, bothersome or looking kind of shriveled. So I was cutting those off, but now it's actually coming back and looking pretty nice. And what I did was I actually buried a bunch of it. This vine of potato goes under the soil and like all the way over here before it is actually where it comes out. I covered it all up, and it might actually end up growing more. Who knows? We'll see. But then that small potato that was like a volunteer, this little one here, it's starting to bloom out. It's starting to, you know, flush out a little bit. It's looking nice. And my sweet potatoes are coming back. They are starting to look good. Now, there's a purple light, a blue-purple light, blue and red make purple light above them, for those of you that don't know what purple is. But so that's why it doesn't look as green as you might think, especially versus this one, because it's closer to the aqua bright lights that I have. So let's see what else I got here. So this is my current system. I am getting some gnats. I don't know if that is from the Prime Superior, because it does turn into a mycelial layer.
Yeah.
That technically the same kind of fungus that fungus gnats would thrive in. I've not heard that. I thought that it would overtake small insects like that. So I am kind of interested trying to figure that out. Now I'm using Mama Val's technique here. I got a little dish with some dish soap, some water, some vinegar in there, and they are keeping it down a little bit. Let me know. I can't see the comments that well, Steve. Let me know if there's any good questions or anything.
Sure.
I had some clones in here, but I took those out. This one was not working out, so I just threw those away. I think I kept this one here that looks pretty decent. It's still in there, and I'm hitting them with Prime while it's in there. I planted seeds last week of 2 different peppers, a hot one and a sweet one, and not one seed sprouted. So I am very curious as to why, because usually that's not an issue. I threw them in the pebbles here. So it was maybe 10 or so of each one. So it wasn't that many, but still out of 10, I guess pack bad or what? I don't know, but.
Well, I've heard that some vegetable seeds are actually so hard they have to be soaked for days before. But I don't know which ones, but.
Well, I mean, they're technically soaking down in there. So hopefully maybe they'll pop up. But if it's like 2 weeks, really, that might seem, I don't know. What I'm going to do instead of just sprinkling them in there is I'm going to try to start the seeds on like a paper towel or something like I would with cannabis. peppers take a bit longer. Well, okay. I mean, I have kind of mixed up the pebbles in there too a little bit to kind of look around in there. So I wonder if I buried some of them a little too far. We'll see. My clones route, you should come get one.
Oh yeah.
Joe, I'd love to, man. Every time you hit me with that, it's like I probably shouldn't right now because I'm not trying to bring them into the environment with, you know, spider mites and stuff. So right now, as you see, the mites do not bother the basil. They do not bother the mint. I'm keeping up with the potatoes, so they're all, you know, staying protected. But when I run out of Prime Superior, all I can do is get more or get something else, you know, that's similar, like Pure Crop 1 or Lost Coast. Or what is it? Lost Coast Plant Therapy.
Yes, Lost Coast.
That one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I really, really want to tear this whole system apart and start something different because I hate that it's sitting on those chairs. I hate that it's leaning. I hate the whole like design of it. I want to redo this whole thing. When I start seeds indoors, I've always soaked them. You mean cannabis or just any tree? Oh, trees especially much harder. Seeds helps germinate. Okay, so he means any seeds. Okay. Well, that's probably a good idea, but they are soaking technically, guys. I mean, in those pebbles, there's water, like not very far down, like just like a half-inch under the top layer of pebbles.
Mm-hmm.
There's water, so they're soaking, if that's what you mean. Now, and they're also technically in kind of in motion. The water's in motion, maybe in some places not as much as it should be, but it is still technically in motion. So that also helps to germinate, helps to make get those rootlings to start sprouting.
I was thinking 4 to 6 weeks germination. Wow, that's a long time for a germinate.
I grew peppers before, and I didn't seem to, you know, I didn't seem to have this problem. Yeah, so I don't know if it's a different pepper or what. But I also, you know, I have those little gnats. I don't know if that's causing issues, but there's not. I mean, there's some. I don't know what they do in there if they eat. Like you can't really see them, but there's some mixed in here with the pebbles.
The pebbles.
Yeah, and it's right where my mouse is the metal is the center downspout, and it's got a metal like mesh, like a plumber's mesh around it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's loose and it's all falling apart, but I can still keep it to where the pebbles keep it down. But it's also clogging up and everything. So the whole thing just needs some tender love and care. So I'm thinking of coming up with a different system, a different setup here soon. I you know, there's so many projects to do, but this was my first, you know, baby, as it were.
Yeah, we've tried those sticky traps, Shannon.
Yeah, the sticky traps are not the greatest thing because they actually attract things as well. The smell they put out, they will kill stuff, but they don't kill the things. They don't kill anything where they're producing more.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So I just took this quick picture because I started collecting the wastewater from the RO system to use with like soaps and stuff or even bleaches and things to wash your containers out, wash your drip pans, you know, washing my microgreen trays out and stuff like that. I'm going to start using that water. I'll just keep I need to empty it out because this was a dirty bucket, but it was just an experiment to see, you know, how much I could gather up. And yeah, the wastewater, a lot of it comes out of there. So it'd be good for washing things. Yeah. Okay. So the mint always wants to flower, so I just chop it off and it'll just keep growing. The mint doesn't look the healthiest, but I also don't give it that much. I just give it some water from the fish tank every few days. It's like, that's it. It's for fun and for also, I thought it would help repel insects. You know, I'm not drying any of it. It's not even big enough really to do much. I guess I could do something with those little. Some of those leaves are bigger than others.
Ashley says your basil and mint are naturally repelling. Plant more of those in pots around your basement and lavender for the gnats.
So I should just put them all over the basement. Spread them all over in the corners and stuff.
There's an idea.
Yeah, find different windows, and because it would be enough to just have them near a window, you know, should be enough anyway. It's not like they need a ton. But that basil right now is about the only thing that's absorbing nutrients back out of the system. So I need things to be growing in there, or I need to, you know, shit or get off the pot, so to speak. And
Turn it into a basil farm.
well, honestly, that's not a bad idea because you're going to
It
see
isn't.
the basil here in a minute. So here's the ladies currently. I added some nice rich homemade worm castings,
Nice.
including the worms in there as well. And then I watered the whole thing. The pH might be a little high. I put some pH down in there and I didn't check it again, so it may be a little high, but then the worm castings actually help to neutralize pH, which is something I've learned recently. So that's something that I think it should help. Now there's actually some plants growing up out of here. I don't know what they are. It's like stuff coming up out from the worm castings or what. Some volunteers of something. There's two of them there, one here. And then my plant back here actually has one too. Can't see it from this angle, but yeah, these do not look great. I did clean them up a little bit.
Are you getting any new growth at all?
Yeah, I mean, see this back one here? You see all that bright green at the top?
Yeah.
They're trying to come back, but like this could be a really long experiment for me to really like get them back the way they want. Like this back one here, the worst damaged one. Look at those tops, those bright green tops. Like it's working on something there, but I also want to cut off some of these gnarly branches, but I'm trying not to stress it too much. I did pull off a bunch of leaves. And like I said, I wasn't watering that often. I was trying to I don't know. I'm just not. One of my problems is the speed at which I can get water, because when I come down here to do that, I find out, I need to put 3 more gallons in, my sprayer for Prime Superior. And then I need another gallon to go in the humidifier. And I'm using RO water, right? I only get 6 gallons in the pressurized tank that I bought, which was a nice buy, but it's only 6 gallons. So then I go to, I need more water in the fish tank, and I take water out of the fish tank to feed with my plants with a little bit. And so by that time, like I don't have any water to just put in the bucket to give to the plants. So I have to wait for it to fill back up again. And so that's one of my issues. That's why I really want to get that tub, the stock tank going.
Well, you'll have plenty of time to let those re-veg and grow back anyway, because if you're going to put them outside, you're not going to flower them anyway until later in the summer anyway. So you're going to have plenty of time to let those grow back.
I tell you what, if I see one of those bad boys just flourish and come back look beautiful, then I would bring it back inside and flower that thing right away. But I don't know how that's going to happen. I would have to go get outside and water them a lot now because they're going to be above ground, and I can't just go with the hose, because they'll be in pots. They have to have decent stuff, and so there'll be a little bit more work to try to deal with out there. But I really like this infusion of worm castings and the fish water combined. I almost don't need newts half the time. And that's why when I start using FOOP soon, that's going to be similar. The FOOP with the worm castings with that FOOP biochar all mixed together and be looking good with the cocoa core that's kind of mixed in there. So this is me. This is a bucket after I dug out as much as I could. It's hard to dig out the good worm castings and not grab little bits of stuff that's still being like eaten up and decaying and stuff. So, like there's some like eggshell in there and there's some different stuff, but it's not terrible. It's not a big deal. Now that I know about chitinase, I don't think it's a big deal. But here you get a glimpse. I think there's another picture of it, but here's what the basil's looking like. That's why I never dried it out. It doesn't look good. To me, I like that bright, vibrant, leafy green, the basil that looks tasty. But then people do this, and like Smasher was saying, you dry it and you can use it, like you can cook with it all the time. I don't get it. I'm not there yet. I guess I'll have to try it. Take some dried basil. I'll cook with it in something.
Hey, Wes.
What up, Wes? Getting close to the light. Could bend them. I don't know. I guess I could try to bend them, Joe. I don't want them to get too hurt from the light. Is this going in circles now? I think I'm going in circles. That's never done that before. Usually it's like it stops you at the. Oh, here we go.
There it is.
They weren't circles. That's weird. Yeah, here it is. See those two fans? It's hilarious. They just were like crumbling apart as I was trying to clean them. So they're nice and clean now, but there's no cage around them. There's no nothing. There's just little bits of plastic still around the back. But they're tiny fans, and it's kind of nice little spot for my basil.
It's a nice spot for drying.
This is the more fresh side. I added this stuff a few days later, so you can see over here. It's a lot more dry. I don't know that you have to hang it like that upside down. I think Smasher said you don't have to, but I was just kind of trying to keep all the flavor in the leaves, you know? I think that was it. Well, I did not pay attention when before this thing shut off, but I think we were sitting at 7.4 if I'm not mistaken before it shut off.
Yeah, that was the last reading you said.
Okay, it's 7.5 right off the bat when I put it in there. 7.4. Okay, we'll see where it goes. But all right, back to us. So yeah, that's all I got going on at the moment. I'm still in a limbo. I know I said I was going to get rid of those plants, but I'm like, man, it'd be great. It'd be really cool if I could wait just a week or two even until it's a little, because we might get another frost. We might get another snap, I mean, because I'm thinking nice 60-degree weather wouldn't be that bad for them. Do you think think that's a little bit too cold?
No, I think they'd be all right. It's just nighttime.
Kim Cooper in the house. What's up, Kim?
Hey, Kim.
Another way to fill your own spice cabinet. Yeah, I think that would be fun, Ashley, to get little jars and those will need more than just window light. She said, okay, all right, well, I guess I have a bunch of little bar lights as well, so I could figure out a way to come up with like a little stand, a little like a stool, with a piece of wood that hangs the light. I could come up with these little, I don't know, I have to come up with something. I could put them all over the basement, make like 5 of them. And actually, you could use like something plastic, like an old a bin, flip it over, and then that bin you could screw something to it to hang the light from, because they're just these little bar lights. It wouldn't be that bad. Yeah. I love learning. Well, thank you. We love anyone that helps us learn, because why not? Oh, okay. Before this shuts off, I'm at 7.2.
Oh.
Which is just over what the RO water starts it at. So that's pretty good, actually. 7.1 now. That's good. That's good news.
Yeah.
Although that might be a pretty extreme drop for the fish. Went from 8.3 to 7.1. Yeah. Oh, well, they're pretty hardy. Guppies are pretty hardy, especially when they've started breeding like that. That means they have an environment that is good, that they like, or at least good enough that they're happy with. Because for the longest time, almost 2 years, I would say at least a year and a half, I could not get the guppies to breed. And there was different things that I wasn't doing. Like the heater ended up being the last thing I added before they fully started to breed a lot. And they have a heater now, so they love it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna start heating up a little Dabaroo here, Steve-O. If you want to get going, we got the certified segment for you guys.
Oh yeah.
I don't have anywhere to put anything. Yeah, it's not going down anymore. All right, let's do it.
All right. we even got the claps on this one. All right.
Whoa, don't say it like that.
Yeah, all right. It's the certified segment, Monday, February 19th, 2024. And, it's basically, this week has been a little exciting. We got to do some things this week. Had Captain Redbeard on. He gave away those expensive ass seeds that he's got in his lineup there. And that was a good time, getting to meet the breeder of the month and everything. It was the first time I had met him. So Thursday turned out to be a really good day for that, guys and gals. But, okay, the update on the Charlotte's Web. He had to go out of town, so it's supposed to be this weekend. So I think what I'm going to do is I might even just wait and see what's going to happen there. I know that it's a strain that people really don't want to part with, and they really hold it close to the vest. And there's a lot of things that he wants to be in line before he gets started on getting that out. But it's coming. It's coming for sure. I still, though, haven't decided which heirlooms to grow, but that's all beside the point because I'm starting everything at once. Unless the Charlotte's Web continues to take a while, then I am just going to go ahead and start my heirloom grow. So, that's pretty much the biggest updates on the grow so far. As far as the nutrients go, I'm going with the full FOOP system. I know you guys know that, but I'm a little intimidated by it though because I've never grown organically, and I'm worried that I'm going to be just looking for deficiencies that aren't there, and I'm going to be seeing things and wanting to adjust like you have to with synthetic nutrients, and I think I'm going to be asking a lot of questions to my organic growing buddies. For sure, just to make sure I don't do something wrong. You've grown organically, obviously, Waylon. Have you ever used any synthetic in the past? Like, did you notice a difference when you switched? Or
For me, it's a little bit of a hodgepodge. I've done combinations just for whatever, but because I didn't know what really to do. But at the time, I would just try to cover the basics. Where I knew I needed some CalMag, I knew I needed some kind of a veg, some kind of a. I was using Pure Crop One back then, and so some things are considered organic, some things aren't, and you don't know until you get into it fully. Now with organics, from what I have gathered, it's really just kind of trying to create a little mini ecosystem. Mm-hmm. Trying to add a few of the different, it's kind of like a formula or a recipe, like soil builders and things like that. If you know how to build that organic recipe, then you can kind of go off recipe and add different things. Mm-hmm. Once you know that, because I'm not, we're not there yet, of course, but knowing things like worm castings, that's going to help to balance your pH. That's not going to burn. That's not going to hurt anything. So you can always add a little bit of that. And from what Soil Foods was telling me, about a cup a week, per plant. I think that's what they had said for us, depending on the size. But little things like that, once you start to stack up those little tips and tricks, like for instance, using the FOOP isn't going to burn your plants either.
Right.
The plants. Those types of things are really natural stuff that the plants will take up no matter, pretty much no matter what. Now, I'm sure you could, I don't know, it may not be a great idea to only give them FOOP. That would be an interesting experiment to just the concentrate, not even mix it with water, and you just pour that in there. What do you think?
Yeah.
Would it hurt the plant, you think? Would it be or just be a waste of money?
I don't think it would hurt the plant. No, I don't think it would.
That would be interesting. It'd be kind of like just might be thick and chunky. Have to see how that worked out. But
Mm-hmm.
but like I said, those things added together, beneficial microbes, beneficial nematodes, even in the soil, and you can kind of start to build a little bit of a recipe. And some of that stuff is money. You have to wait until you have finances to get all those the different parts. So that's what I'm like. I don't have nematodes yet, but that's one of those things that like it's super small and it goes in the soil. It's supposed to be pretty beneficial for your soil. I definitely want to get some of those at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Go ahead.
yeah, FOOP, they've got huge sales right now with the President's Day sale and everything.
Oh, yeah.
John Doe, he's saying that he runs FOOP. They've got huge specials right now on like bulk container type deals too. They've got different presidents, Roosevelt's bundle and all these different ones that they're doing right now. That includes like the whole lineup with the spray and everything. So right now, if you guys are looking to get your spring newts, there's a huge sale going on right now. So I would definitely recommend you going to thefoop.com.
Yeah, I shared that out. I think you probably did too. So if you guys are looking for that link, I'm sure you can find
Hey,
it.
Lee Cycle, what's up? Yeah, you can find that on both of our profiles. Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers to the man with the wax. Let's see. Wes says, I bought 500 red wiggle worms for a worm farm, but I think I might use them for some growth. Oh, okay. Yeah, the worm castings are pretty easy to collect, except for trying to, like Waylon said, trying to keep those chunks of the other organic material. Sometimes that's mixed in there, but
I could probably send it out, maybe.
Yeah, maybe that. Yeah, that might be a good way of doing it. Yeah. One day, Lord, I'm going to be pooping everything, says Shannon.
So I have some more prepared a little bit if you're interested.
Sure.
I have a guest this Wednesday, so I figured tonight we could check out and see what else is growing on out in the world. If you want, I haven't gone there yet to Marijuana Moment, but maybe go and see if there's anything worth looking at. But I'm gonna look at Farm Week Now, which is one of the sites that I check out on Wednesdays. But there's a couple just to see what some of the headlines are and see if there's anything worth discussing. And I think there was at least one thing that I saw earlier. Guys, I appreciate everyone popping in. We got 27, 28 people in the house on the Facebook side. And then everybody over there on Rumble. Cheers, everybody. Let's see. Oh, yeah, here it is. Did you see my... Here you go, Steve-O. Wait. So I have to make myself smaller, but a picture within a picture. Anyway. So let me check it out here. We got a few things. Shouts out to farmweeknow.com. Tractor sales experience a hitch. Overall sales of tractors in the U.S. in January were down 21.2% compared to last year. That seems like a lot. EPA granted 3-month extension for herbicide strategy. 3-month extension. I don't think we like herbicides, do we, Steve-O? Final herbicide strategy now must be completed by August 30th. We got agriculture tech trends in 2024. That's one I want to look at. Research gives farmer affirmation about agronomic choices. Farmers are attending meetings across the state this winter to get updated the latest crop research. I don't know if that's a typo or not. The reality of a lower farm income forecast. Strong incomes, Strong incomes the last 2 years are expected to limit stress in the ag sector in 2024. Limit stress? I'm not sure what that means. It means it's supposed to be good. That sounds like a good thing, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
FFA week focuses on ag program growth. Three Circles grant in helping boost Illinois ag education. See, that's definitely want to boost ag education, but they wanted to churn people out just to. I think you got big ag, big farm, not big pharma, big farm in our schools and in our young programs and in the young person programs like 4-H, like Future Farmers of America. I believe they're in there. They're trying to churn out more mass production corn and soybean, farmers for Illinois specifically. And I just think it's, I don't know. I'd have to get into it. I'm just taking a shot in the dark there, I guess I should say. But I feel like, we have our kids so worried about subsidies and, pesticides and stuff when there are other ways. There are other ways, and we just don't want to teach all that. You got to have a giant tractor because there's some backroom deal with the tractor companies, and they want you to be, signed up into debt right away, and it's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Bureau wins major victory with Congress. New lock and dam. Okay.
New lock and dam.
Trucker strike. Is this an old? 50 years. Okay, that's an old.
Man.
Springfield and DC. USDA invest nearly 138 million into a specialty crop sector. This could be exactly what I'm talking about here. Fuses nearly 138 million into the specialty crop sector to help producers expand the new markets. Launch of the Assisting Specialty Crop Exporters ASCE, got to have some kind of acronym, initiative will provide $65 million for projects that will help the specialty crop sector increase global exports and expand to new markets. Additionally, $72.9 million in grant funding will be made available through the Specialty Crop Block Grant Program, the SCBGP, the SCGB, man. SCB,
Alphabet soup.
shit, the BGs and the heebie-jeebies to fund innovative projects designed to bolster the competitiveness of the expanding specialty crop sector. I just want to know what specialty crop sector means. Specialty crop exports totaled $24.6 billion in 2023, representing 13.8% of the total U.S. agriculture exports. Specialty crop producers feed our nation and the world with nutritious fruits, nuts, and vegetables, and supply our communities with horticulture products. Yet they have unique challenges and opportunities to compete in the domestic market and a vast array of barriers that prevent their world-class products from entering foreign markets. Ag Secretary Tom Vilsack said, adding the investments aim to maintain open and grow markets and reduce and eliminate trade barriers for U.S. specialty crop producers. So that's kind of like me, microgreens. Like there's basically what they're saying is anything that's not corn and soybeans. I don't see another like what else they would say. I mean, like they listed fruit, vegetables, and nuts. Like, so anything that's not corn and soybeans, which, we all know are basically useless to us, even though we still eat it. I mean, it's carbs. Get some calories, some starch, sugar maybe. Yeah, you get some sugar. But it's nothing that you can't get from something else. The ASCE is funded through a set aside from USDA's new regional agriculture promotion program, a foreign market development and food security innovative announced in October 2023 initiative. I'm sorry. Wow, 2023. So that's been a couple months now. USDA plans to use 65 million for initial projects that will address barriers unique to special crops exporters. Did I read this already?
Not that part. No.
It seems like the same. Like I read something very similar right up here. It's crazy. It's almost exactly the same.
Oh, geez.
Okay, well, all right. We'll just move on here. Okay, 65 million. Yep. For agriculture services. So that's us trying to export the stuff. We'll issue non-competitive grants to state departments of agriculture or equivalent to the 50 states, District of Columbia, the Commonwealth of Peru or Puerto Rico, Guam, American Samoa, and the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the Commonwealth of Northern Mariana Islands.
Mariana?
We
Me
have
neither.
Oh, wait, you can't even see the screen, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're at the top of the thing.
It kept pulling them up as a new tab, so I'll just have to share my whole screen, I guess.
Shannon says, what if the government ordered all families to grow small gardens so that we're forced to do things right? Laughing my ass off. Yeah, that'll never happen. They want us to buy their fake crap so that them and Big Pharma can keep us 50-50 and doctors can make money. It's a damn pyramid and set up for failure, but thank God for wisdom. And we know differently, so grateful we can grow our own food, but I've noticed it's owned upon. But it's the way now and for our future. Shannon.
Oh my gosh, Shannon.
Sounds like she's passionate. Definitely.
I feel the passion.
Yeah, I was, we could probably talk all night about this Monsanto thing, but I learned a little bit about that yesterday as well, about how they basically, run all of the farmers that don't run Monsanto products. They run them and sue them out of business. And, they're basically trying to not just own the food and the genes of the food, but they want to also own the farmers and, run them out of business. And then they buy their farmland out from under them. It's just, it's terrible. It's terrible.
It's and just to, I don't know, maybe help people not feel so down about it. To me, you can think it's evil, you can think a lot of negative things, but to me, it seems to me that any organization seems to create or sort of take on a mind of its own, to where it wants to continue to survive, grow, and grow and like what I mean by that is, like, we've talked about this a bunch of times on People in the Boxes and such. These companies are probably owned by other companies. We talked about BlackRock and State Street and Vanguard. They probably own all the ag companies and such. So it's like power consolidating, So to me, yeah, you could say that's evil. But at the same time, I think it's just something that in nature we have to fight against, while knowing that it's a thing. Anything just like within ourselves. Like it might be funny, you guys might laugh when I say it, but like it's something that I think about. Like if I become well known to any certain point where I feel quote unquote famous, right? You got to remain humble. You got to remind yourself that it can go to your head, and all of those, all of the tropes, all of the things, right? And I think that's something that happens on a massive scale as well. What did Kim say there? I didn't quite see it. I'm sorry.
She said 4 companies control the food in North America.
Right.
With Tyson and,
so that's what I'm getting at, is that it's kind of consolidating because of, like, it just seems like power does that. Yeah, you could probably blame some person at the top somewhere, right? But every industry seems to do that. Every movement, every big organization, companies, Look at Walmart. Look at Walmart, little family-owned business, right? And then a few years later, it's a multinational conglomerate, you know. And it's like, whoa, what happened there? But like, it just seems to be what happens with power, you know.
Well, we have a lot of people in this world to feed now. I mean, you know, when I was born, there is exactly half the amount of people that there are on this planet. In 1972, since then we've doubled the population on this planet. Now, without doing all this GMO and without the, you know, we could have had famine for all we know, you know, if we wouldn't have been smart enough to have come up with processed foods, you know, things of that sort that were cheap to make, just in order to keep people alive. Basically, is all it does. It gives you really no nutrition. It just keeps you alive, you know.
Calories.
And, yeah, calories, really. Yeah, and you know, that's why everything's so much different. You know, you lived in a town with 300 other people. Now, you know, you've got those same 300. You know, now you've got, you know, 10,000 people, you know, squeezed into that small area and everything, and it's just a stark difference. You know, it's just hard to imagine a world where, you know, we don't have to. You know, where we can be like the Amish, you know, grow our own food in the backyard, you know, raise our own animals, do all, you know, it's like, it just seems that would be impossible of a task now that we've gone so far into this conglomerate food source that we have, you know, and grocery store. Right. Yeah. It just seems like it could never go back to that unless we were forced to. And really, that's what we need to do, though, to save ourselves, you know. I think that we can. I think that we could totally go back to the, you know, growing our own food again and raising our own animals and stuff, you know. And
well, think of it like a hybrid, a hybridized way of life. We use technologies. We use a lot of these little tricks of the trade. We use, you know, eventually we will be using AI for it, I'm sure, but that's kind of scary. Although it's just going to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I think it starts with culture. It starts with what's popular, making gardening popular again. You know, kind of like Ash said earlier today. It's like, you know, it's what I'm trying to do. Even if I never get to the point where I know what I'm doing, which I think we're always going to be learning, right? Mm-hmm. My point is, even if I never even sell a single plant, getting in the mindset of, hey, when, you know, shit hits the fan, or if shit hits the fan, you are going to have to be doing this kind of stuff. Keeping yourself prepared for that kind of thing, I think, can go a long way. As far as like not being in shock the second that, you know, there's a natural disaster or a whatever emergency, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kim, that's what I was talking about. I watched it last night. As a matter of fact, I was going to come up for the post discussion, but finally, we didn't have one. But
what was,
you know, those types of movies. Food Inc. It was movie night. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you know, all these movies about our food and or these documentaries, I should say, not movies, but you know, it's starting to really open our eyes up, you know, about a lot of the things. You know, I don't know why there's not more of this information out there that is like, you know, as loud as, for lack of a better term, you know, as other things that we hear. You know, we'll hear about Jay-Z and Beyonce all day long on the news today, but you know, a situation like, you know, we have with, you know, the beef industry and things of that sort, you know, just all get swept under the rug, and we just hear a report from time to time when, you know, people start getting sick from an outbreak or something, you know. That's, what did she say? That's why we think we are prepared with rations, and I and try to stay stocked only medicines, especially flour. I think I know what she was trying to say there.
So this article here, the ag tech trends in 2024. Ron Barucci, Ron Barucci, president and CEO of Agmatics, an agriculture data startup focusing on research and development and sustainable regenerative practices, predicts 2024 will bring with it more opportunities for technology integration with agriculture. Barucci predicts the industry will see an increased use in increased use of generative, artificial intelligence, generative artificial intelligence. Programs such as digital crop advisors. I just said this. This is funny. He also predicts the technology will provide support to the industry by using agronomics data to make recommendations to producers and optimize field practices. Well, can they optimize the soil? Like literally, they've been using programs, maybe not AI necessarily, but we've been using programs and data to build these factory farms for years. And we know for a fact that they are ruining the soil. We know this. It's now like a trope. It's now a meme. It's a known kind of fact, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you think the AI is going to be like, yo, this shit is bogus, you need to go back and start over? I mean, you think it's going to go, whoa, this is not the way? Like,
well, aren't we still 20 years away from the effects that Roundup did on the soil from going away?
I don't know, but what if AI is like Roundup must go, and Roundup, no, we gotta shelve this AI. Get out of here. Oh shit. And then it's like AI versus Roundup, the future war. And it's like regular humans fighting on the side of AI. It was like, these Roundup folks want to kill you. Fight for me. Anyway, it'd be a very weird split. But yeah, that's interesting. He said the use of AI could be another tool for producers. Oh, yes, of course, to use to enhance productivity and efficiency in on-farm management practices. So, yeah, like what if AI eventually starts having us like produce like whatever, something that's poisonous for us? It's like, yes, you must make more of these berries. They're so delicious. Beep boop. And it's like, okay, the machine told me to make them. And start eating them. Like everyone's dead at the end. It's like, oh man, AI will never replace the person. Oh, will it now? At the end of that, and at the end, and that's something we need to remember. Barucci said, Barucci's already a robot. We've already compromised him. But I think the next generation of agronomists.
That's a good term.
Agronomists.
I'm an agronomist.
Will be able to leverage this technology to serve more and to be much more impactful to the farmers. Barucci said another way farmers can use technology to enhance their operations is by integrating digital twin models of a virtual representation of a physical product, system or process. Okay. Digital twin model allows research to simulate field trials. Simulate, not stimulate, but maybe that too. Simulate field trials to analyze different outcomes and results before incurring costs to run the trial. In a physical field. Barucci said the model decreases risk and allows for the broader scope of the studies. Bringing data from the field is expensive, so generating a synthetic version of the field or digital twin of the field and run those simulations before we actually go to the field itself will promote innovation. Yeah, so there's a lot of products out there that do this, and I will be talking about one very shortly. And I'm not actually sure if I can bring the name up yet, but we'll be bringing up a program here that is a way that you can digitally set up your farm and put everything where it needs to go and everything like that. So I'll be talking about that here pretty soon.
Nice.
He also said, as technology becomes more affordable to producers, he anticipates more farmers will incorporate AI and machine learning. Well, of course. I mean, especially if they shove it down our throats. Yeah, I don't know. Even as a creator, as what we do, like for me, I am out here trying to, shine a light on this stuff, right? Popularize sustainability, which means that I had to get into the online sphere, the social media, out here trying to push our show, right? But that makes us have to be, quote, content creators. So we get into the realm of, okay, how do I get more followers? Well, why do I need followers? Because I'm trying to make this more popular. The whole reason why we're doing this, right? But then you get to this point where it's like, well, look at all these guys getting all the followers with a quick picture made from AI. Oh, all you do is a quick, hey, did you? And not even that. You can even back up a little bit and don't even have to worry about AI. All you have to do is steal from everyone else out there that have these cool memes and pictures that get a lot of views and clicks. You just click that and you take it. And so that is discouraging when it comes to what we're doing. Just like this, it's like you see people taking those shortcuts, using the Roundup, just jumping into the game that's like built for you through the government, through the subsidies. Oh, why not just take the money and do what they say? And so it's going uphill in a lot of ways, similarly to the online game. They're moving uphill trying to go to sustainable practices. So if AI can help us with that, I mean, I guess I'm all for it. It's coming anyway, right? If it's either AI, pictures of women that are completely unproportionate and their hands are disfigured and like they have 3 legs and such, and then there's 50,000 likes on that. If it's between that and AI helping us to be a little more sustainable, I guess I'll take it. I guess I'll take the win, if we can call it that.
Yep.
So, I know I was rambling, but man, boy, does that really grind my gears.
It grinds the gears.
Prop 12 will cause chaos in the marketplace. Oh no. EPA issues order on existing dicamba. Is it like a combine? Dicamba stocks? Must be a name of a company, Dicamba. State gets $187,000 to bolster plant pest disease defense. That doesn't seem like very much money. $187,000. But you can't see it. There it is. $187,000 to bolster plant pest disease defense. That seems very low. Like, there's a picture of someone with it looks like they're on Fear Factor with a pair of tweezers, are about to eat some kind of bug or something.
Right.
That's Mexico. Yeah, I read about this the other day. Corn dispute to be resolved in 2024. We have a corn dispute because we want Mexico to keep up with a certain amount, and Mexico doesn't want to use all the GMO corn seeds, and they won't be able to keep up with that volume that they were told to. And that was basically the gist of it. I don't know how it's going to come to a head, but that's crazy. Like, Mexico's like, no, we can't make that much because we're not using that garbage those garbage seeds. It's wow. You're out here, Jess. Good night, Jess. If you're still here. Let's see, 9:47 minutes ago. Okay, sorry guys, my screen's kind of taken up at the moment, but yeah, that was a crazy one there. And infrastructure issues continue to plague Brazilian agriculture. I haven't seen this, but that seems kind of off topic. Although that Brazil does kind of matter to everybody with the rainforest. I mean, I know we have other rainforests, but the Brazilian rainforest, they keep chopping away more rainforest to grow, to have more farmland, to grow more vegetables and such. And that's actually really harmful to the environment. That's one of the reasons why I think we could grow indoors a lot of things. Maybe not everything. Maybe there's certain things that just aren't good for you indoors, whatever it turns out to be. I can tell you from personal experience, it is not as easy to grow indoors in your own home as it would be a separate building that is made for it. So I've already decided that would be so much easier. Like, I bring my laundry downstairs to do laundry. Like, that's where I'm growing. So it's not the best. It's not easiest way to do it. So, but otherwise, like, yeah, I think it can be done inside.
Mhm.
That's an older thing. Did you see anything worth talking about over on the marijuanamoment.com?
Well, let's see. They um,
Hey, we got a new follower on Kick. Shouts out to Elijah Rodriguez. Awesome.
yeah.
Got the Rumble chat.
Oh yeah. What do we got over there? Let's see.
Pop out the Rumble chat. Right now, I can only see Eric because I didn't have it
Yep.
open.
That's all I can see on my side too.
Can't see any because of the way we have it set up, but that's okay. But I appreciate you guys going over there to help us with the Rumble algorithm. Definitely hit that follow button if you haven't yet already on the Rumble. Appreciate you watching. Got 8 of us or 6 of them. Might be some
Sure.
watching here on the Sir Stevo Rumble. Who's watching over there right now?
Let's see. I know Eric was there.
Let's go over here and let's find out.
I got 3 watching.
You don't have a picture? Oh, this isn't you. See, this is different. This is different you. An old account. Hey, you give yourself a bunch of likes. Let's see if I can find you. I'm following you. Why can't I find you? Okay, I didn't find you.
Oh, that must be my channel or whatever. Whatever they call it.
Not able to find you.
It's the one with my logo on it.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, that's it.
Is this us here?
Yep.
Are we
Maybe I'm not live.
I don't think you're live, bro.
Yeah, you're right. When I hit play, it's just sitting there at 20 seconds and it's not doing anything. Yeah, I think Rumble locked up on me or something. Let's see.
Now there's 6 watching. Okay. No, I refreshed. It's still we're live. You're live.
Yeah, it says I'm live.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. It was showing 3. Now there's 6, and now you're live. Very weird. Yeah, Eric's over there. Says you're live. Eric has the whale. I love it.
Yeah. Now I went out and came back, and now I see us.
Oh wow! Look at this. I could have both of the chats out at the same time.
Oh shit!
We're gonna pull up both chats. Oh, it won't let me do it. Well, it will only let me pull out one at a time. Oh well.
Okay.
A little fun. Anyway, let me close this screen out. But that's all I had. I mean, there's probably more to check out. Did you see anything over there on the moment, on the old marijuana? Moment?
Let's see here. Let's see.
Before we
go over here. This looked interesting. That the Hawaii panel advances therapeutic psilocybin bill that would protect patients from penalties. Lawmakers in Hawaii are continuing to advance a bill that would provide some legal protections to patients engaging in psilocybin-assisted Uh, Lawmakers are continuing to advance bill to provide some legal protections to patients engaging in psilocybin-assisted therapy with a medical professional's approval. The measure HB 2630 from Rep. Della Abalati, Democrat, would not legalize psilocybin itself. Instead, it would create an affirmative legal defense for psilocybin use and possession in the case of doctor-approved use under the guidance of a trained facilitator. Hawaii's House Consumer Protection and Commerce Committee on Wednesday voted 7-0 to advance the proposal, with one member who voted yes expressing reservations on the bill, and 5 other members were absent. 2 other House panels had previously signed off on the bill, which next proceeds to the House Finance Committee. Amendments adopted before the latest committee vote made a handful of changes to the underlying measure. Among them, lawmakers added a definition for primary caregiver and specified that therapeutic psilocybin use must be recommended by a licensed medical professional rather than a licensed mental health professional, as an earlier version of the bill provided. Damn. So that they don't even want to let your psychiatrist recommend it. That's kind of nuts.
That's surprising. Yeah. Well, it'll be a certain approved someone who can administer it or whatever. It'll be some kind of.
Your medical doctor is the only one. Your primary, I guess.
That seems wrong. It definitely should be more of a mental health, I think. Because what can they tell, like, medically, whether you should take them or not? Like, that doesn't seem right.
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth Warren says The Rock is her what? What's that say?
Let me go back. Yeah, The Rock is her top choice for a dream blunt rotation, while hinting at Biden in marijuana discussion.
Oh wow, that's like her talking about having a beer. You know, that when she did the beer thing.
A beer with him.
just having a beer.
Mm.
She's talking to her husband. Her husband's like, no, I don't. No. I don't. He's like, just kill me now. I think I heard him say once. That's funny.
Isn't she the one that tried to act like she was Native American?
Oh yeah. She's like 1037th or something. Yeah.
Yeah. But before she got busted, she even went to college on like a scholarship that she had gotten for being a minority by saying she was American Indian.
Talk about failing up. But now she's like, oh, I'm going to talk to The Rock, even though you know The Rock's never going to. I don't know. He might smoke a joint here and there, but I really doubt it. I bet you he might eat a gummy. I bet you he'd eat a gummy, maybe like a CBD gummy, you know? He might do that.
Yeah. I don't see The Rock getting behind any sort of anything with cannabis. No.
You could see The Rock getting behind like maybe like a Viagra.
Yeah, maybe.
Call it all right. The Rock. Anyway. All right.
The Rock says pack your own bowl.
Well, speaking of, I'm gonna light my own bowl over here.
Yeah.
So that is it for Monday, guys. I unfortunately couldn't get a lot done, but I do have, several projects kind of. It's like they have to stew for a minute as I'm like mulling over like the best way to get it done or how I'm going to start it or whatever. For instance, that 100-gallon fish stock tank, I'm going to try to create some kind of a spout coming out that bottom hole so that I can just crank that baby open and fill up like 5-gallon buckets in minutes and have 100 gallons to play with. I won't fill it all the way up. We'll say like 60, 70 gallons maybe at most in there, and I can just go and water things, and I won't have to worry about it. His mama be calling him where we were kids. Oh, you know him.
I thought that his mom called him Dewey.
I thought he was a surfer from Hawaii named Maui. He's actually going to be the real life Maui, the live action version of Moana.
Oh,
Actually,
really?
that was a pretty good movie. I gotta give it a pretty good.
Yeah.
And I have high hopes for it. That could be fun watching The Rock do Maui.
Yeah. Kelly loves that movie. It's one of her favorites, Moana.
You'll video chat with me and help Wes. Well, thanks, Wes. Wes has a pretty decked out grow area, all covered in Panda film and everything. Yeah, I definitely will. See, that's the problem, Wes. I can't video check, so I'll be recording myself.
Mm.
So I have to have I need to get a second camera. I need to get another camera. Like Kim bought that GoPro. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, that does look nice. It's a small camera too. And it goes live and everything.
And so Kim says she called him his full name when he didn't go inside in time. Was he like, all right, mama?
Damn, I didn't know that you grew up in the same place as him, Ken. Wow, that's awesome.
Wes is about to sing a song, it looks like. Laptop, phone, wallet, passport, keys. Laptop, phone, wallet, passport, keys. Yeah, have you heard that song, Steve-O? It's a good one.
Isn't it Adam Sandler did it or something? Yeah.
It's a good one.
Hey, Alan.
Does anybody want to come up and have a little after show medicinal toke? A little toot. If anybody wants to come up, let us know. We're running a little early, so we've got some extra time here if anybody would like. I have room for at least 6 more dabs. I'm not full yet.
Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying this cake batter from the organic outlet for sure. Very good.
You know I will. Okay. What's up, Alan? Estevan, what's going on?
Oh, you want the link, Wes?
I got you, bro. I'm sticking it out into my page. All right, there you go. It's in the comments. Oh yeah, I got a dab that's hot, ready to go. Hot and ready. Cheers.
Hi, Margaret. Alan says my clone is doing good. All right. That's good to know. And we got Wes. What's up?
What's up, gentlemen?
Pat.
Are you echoing?
Dude, I finally got myself like a dab pen thing.
Good night, Michelle.
Good night, Michelle. Drip diamonds.
Drip diamonds. Okay.
Is that Ric Flair drip?
Woo! Oh, sorry. Woo! What do you got? So you got some diamonds, no sauce. Diamonds, no sauce. You just dropped a big old fat diamond out. You just lost a big fat diamond out of the front of that.
It looked like he dropped a big chunk of it.
Big, huge chunk. Like the fattest, biggest chunk I've ever seen.
Nope.
Oh, well, okay. Fine.
Michelle says she sent you a message. She's not going to bed. But
Hi, Donna. Oh, okay. I see. She said good night, but she must be talking to someone else.
Might be.
that feedback me or what's going on here?
What'd you call me?
Huh. We got feedback here. I don't know if it's me or what.
I don't hear any. Do you hear
Now
anything?
here
So
a little bit of a hiss, but
Yeah, it sounds like you have like a torch going or something. So we did have a pretty successful game night last night, guys. I have not gotten to the all the prizes.
I know.
Been hanging with my son today. I didn't get a lot done today, honestly, but I also, didn't come down here very much. But I'll be getting all that stuff done tomorrow, I'm sure. So you can't see it when we are replying to other comments. No, I cannot, Alan. We can't see that. It's that's why I like Rumble Chat. For multiple reasons, other than the fact that I like Rumble. It's just that it forces you that you can't do that over there, and it helps us on like it's not helpful until they get it integrated into StreamYard, really, because I can just see the chat right now on my phone, but it will be. I like that. I like that they do that. I'm actually thinking about doing a Rumble exclusive on the Rumble Studios, since I have access to that. Thinking about it anyway. We'll see. I'm also going to be, I think, starting up my 24-hour channel, playing the most recent episodes of all 5 of my shows weekly, and I might even throw in other people's shows. Like Steve-O, you're going live on YouTube now, aren't you?
yeah, just on Thursday night.
So it's something to think about, because what I mean is I can just go to YouTube and your channel, put it into the playlist, as long as with you're just an example, like anyone really, if they wanted to put their show into the lineup, and I could just add it into my lineup, and that goes for you, Kim. You can put all of the NOK into it. It might be something that could get pretty big. Last time I did this, I did it with just my shows, and I had them on a loop playing nonstop. But this way I could actually fill the day out more with more shows instead of just the same over and over. So it's a thought. It's a thought. We'll get into it at some point. But you guys have a great night. Wes, what did you get a dab in? Yeah, bro. I'll do another dab with you. My bad.
All right.
What do you got there? What is this?
This is a dab pen. It's kind of unique. It's got a coil in it, so the cover comes off. And where's this damn camera? It's got this coil here, and the lid comes off.
Oh, that looks like a Yokan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then it's just on a battery, and it's actually got a dab or wax storage compartment on the bottom of it even.
Yeah, look.
Kim says she can't hear you. I don't know if she's talking about Wes or me. I think she's talking about Wes, but yeah, he does have a little bit of feedback, or not feedback, but like some kind of background. Let's see. You know what? Hold on. Let's see if you got any of the buttons clicked. Let's see if this works. That worked.
I turned my TV down too. Maybe that was a problem.
That helps, but I also fixed a little bit with the reduced background noise.
So yeah, it's got this little storage compartment. Real handy. You can actually fit quite a bit in here, probably a good gram or better.
Nice.
Is that a silicone in the middle?
Yeah. Like completely.
Mm-hmm.
That's the storage container.
It's a storage container. And it came with a stir stick or whatever you want to call it.
A little dab tool.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. That's what it is right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like a Yokan Evolve.
That's exactly what it is. It's the XL version.
Oh, okay.
All right, got it. $18 is at the smoke shop, and I was trying to buy something new. I was like, I've never done I want to get into the concentrates, and I'd like a more portable device versus a dab rig, and so I went to go buy something, and I brought it out to the car. I opened it up, and there was no coil. So I brought it back in and gave it to him. He's like, "Oh crap, we can't have that." So we went back and he opened up every single one of them, and none of them had a coil in it. So he said equal or greater the value, and this was equal to the value before the 50% off, and this wasn't included in it, but he had nothing else. So he gave me this. So I was like, dude, you're badass.
Yeah, you're kind of muffled. Hard to,
You know?
when I switched off the screen, it was hard to tell because I wasn't reading your lips anymore.
I don't know where the microphone is for this thing. That could be part of the problem.
That's probably it. You got a big piece of fuzz sticking in the microphone hole.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm wearing a robe.
You got your robe sticking in there. Whoa, what else is what's sticking in there? Oh man, we don't want to see what's in the robe.
No. Yeah. But we're not playing
Rumble now. I don't think so.
with my wife though.
Baby?
Did you check out my new logo that I came up with by chance?
I think did you send me one?
I sent you the page. Like I know there ain't much going on with it yet. It's in the works, but I figured
Mm-hmm.
you'd be good help to view it and let me know tricks, whatever you think. Just girl fan period. Definitely use some assistance with knowledge or just whatever.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to come up with some of your own ways you like to do things, like depending on what plants you end up wanting to grow. You want to plan it out a little bit. You want to, I mean, heck, some of these programs, like I said, I'll be working with a program soon, and when I know I can talk about it, I think that would be something that would be helpful for you, for sure. It's a program you can use on your computer to really map out what your garden's going to be, like what plants, what like the space, the rows, all of it.
Right.
And so it'll be beneficial for sure. That's a good one because you have a bigger space and you have more outside, and you're going to be plotting a garden, right?
Right. Well, a lot of my initial plan is basically start germination and sell germinated plants first. And what don't sell, my leftovers, I am going to either donate a couple or I'm just going to flat out grow it. And just try not to really waste anything is the main goal, is waste nothing.
Right.
And so, I mean, my yard's 100-foot long by 140 feet wide, or 100-foot wide by 140 feet long. So it's not huge, but it's not small. And like I got
room for a garden,
right?
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna run hay bales first. Just do a lot of the bigger plants and some hay bales, so it can be above ground and work with it that route.
Yeah, you can do that. I've also seen like the no-till garden where you just put the soil, the bag of soil on the top of the ground, and you just grow out of the soil bags along the rows.
Yep, I've seen that kind of stuff too. That was kind of an interesting concept too. But I was just like, I got to do something. Like, I don't want my yard destroyed. Yeah, straw will be all over the place, but you know what? That shit decomposes, turns into nutrients. It can be buried. It can be used for many, many things.
Good night, Elisa May. Sorry.
Like a lot of the things too that I could use is like some resources as the aspect of, I have no way of making like stickers or making any like kind of cards.
Well, do you need that stuff yet though?
Well,
like,
no,
what are you trying?
It'd be all right to have like a couple stickers, just to get it out a little bit.
He's getting excited, Steve-O. He's getting excited. He's like, oh man, I'm getting the cart before the horse, so to speak.
Well, it's not just there's a whole lot to it. It's not just pot.
Yeah,
it's just for the community. So like, yeah, I'm getting excited, but I just want a little bit to kind of put the name out there. I have nothing right now other than that little bit of Facebook site.
What do you need the name out there for yet? What are you going to do? Like, what's the plan? Like, are you trying to get So, well, I mean, I guess I could see like getting yourself out there, getting the logo out there, and to get known as someone that's interested in looking for information, interested in help and collaboration on getting this going. But I wouldn't worry about stickers yet. I'm just saying that's just my opinion. Although I don't know, that's speaking from someone who should have some from myself, but I don't. So
I'm not talking like hundreds. I'm talking like 3 or 4.
it'll make you feel good. You can slap it on the back of
a little bit, throw it on the car, or just a little self-advertisement kind of. But the basics for what I want to do is I basically say you were one of my customers, like both of you. I would want you to go through my inventory, pick out what you guys like. Your plan for gardening for the year. And you guys don't prefer to plant seeds; you'd rather plant plants. So you tell me, okay, well, I want this tomato plant, this tomato plant, this tomato plant. I want X number of these. Now I'm going to make damn sure I have what you guys want or need ready to go. So you come to me and your plant's ready to go. Boom. You take your plant, you go your way, you put it in the ground in the wherever you're planting it. I also plan on doing tail gardens.
I mean, it sounds good, man. Just I would. I mean, I don't know. I shouldn't be giving anyone advice. I'm not there yet myself, but I just mean, be careful where you dump all your resources. I've gotten to this point a few times where I've spent too much money on materials when I wasn't even to that point yet. And I'd have a bunch of raw materials and building materials, and it's like, wait, why did I buy this? I don't need this yet. Cheers, Alan, over on the X.
Right, yeah, I get all that.
Cheers.
But I mean, I got enough to kind of basically get started. I probably got like 18,000 seeds, and that's everything. All of the 100 different varieties that I have. So like, I got plenty to go around, and different versions of different plants, or different seeds and stuff like that. But
can we discuss the elephant in the room?
Yeah. Just do it. Where is it?
Do you guys see how big my face is right there?
Yeah.
What's up, Waylon? I see you.
Little booger sitting right there. You should have checked yourself in the mirror before you took that picture.
A little what? You seem like you're looking at. No, man, that's pristine. This is like, I don't know. It was probably 2 years ago. I don't know when this picture was taken. Actually, I cut my neck today from my clippers. I've never done that. It's crazy. Here, we can do this. We can change it. We throw it like, so let's see, after show now. Ooh, but I think we're going to get it going here in a minute, guys. Alan, thanks again for getting over there on the X. If you could retweet that out for me, I really appreciate it. Anybody else that does get on the X or Twitter, appreciate any help on the engagement over on my page. Appreciate that. Got 10 rumblers now. Alan's jumping all over the place, and we woke up the rumble. Look at that. It went from 4 to 10 just from 3 of us going over there to comment a few times. So it's pretty cool. Margaret has a standing offer for a pack of beans. She's got a pack of beans going to Rumble. If we can get Rumble up there to, I think she said 65. 65 might be tough, but maybe on a different day we'll try that a little bit higher, a little bit harder. To get people over there. All right, cool. Thanks, Alan. Thanks for that. Retweet, reshare. They call it now. You can call it reshare because it's X and not Twitter. Although when you type in twitter.com, you'll still go to X. So hey, it is what it is. I don't know if you can do x.com, just one letter. That'd be like, I don't know if that works.
Picked that, just calling it X.
What?
It's weird that he picked just calling it X.
Yeah, well, you can do spaces on Twitter, and now you can do spaces on X, and he also owns SpaceX.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if that's why he did it, but it is kind of silly and funny.
Yeah, in his own weird way.
Well, with that being said, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I definitely need to get on the ball with some of these projects over here before springtime. because then there's going to be a lot of events coming up. And I don't know about you, Steve-O, but I'm going to try to map it out and maybe get to some kind of a plan on which events and everything I'm going to go to. I still got to find something to do a review for tomorrow, actually. And I'm going to be having Andy Cantrell from Top Shelf Terps on the show for tomorrow, the Indoor Farmer Reviews, tomorrow night, 8:30 Central Time. And go check out Sir Steve-O on Wednesday, Peace News and Views on the Knock Network. We got We Grow Wednesday, you got Certified Terpy Thursdays, and you got the daily session on Friday. You got we got stuff all week long, guys. So if you are coming in for the first time watching us on the replay, make sure you leave a comment. We'll definitely see that. We'll interact with you and share us out. Hit the like button. All those good things. Steve-O, you got anything?
No, that's it, man. You guys have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week on the Indoor Farmer.
I gotta continually go sharing the new outro. I still gotta fix this outro. Wes, thanks for hanging out, man. We'll definitely be talking to you more as you get your garden up and running. You know what I mean?
Good.
That's awesome.
Good luck.
Oh yeah, peace.
Later.
Hey.
Still audible. Good night, everybody. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Got it bopping at you. IndoorFarmerClub.com. Go check it out, guys. Game night was off the hook. Just dialing in a little bit more. Next week, you're gonna be able to teleport using magic joints. Teleport back to the cash register to turn in your stuff and get more prizes. Try to make it a little faster. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys. Peace.